Very, very good evening. Welcome to Chattogram and the Zoram Trilogy Cricket Stadium. We're here for the first game of the T20 International Series of the Dutch Bangla Bank Series here in Chattogram. And we're all looking forward to it.
Najmul Hussain Shanto, the captain of Bangladesh. You have the coin, sir.
Tails, please. Tails is the call.
Tails is the call.
Heads it is.
It is a head. Shanto, what are you going to do first and why?
I like to bowl first. Looks fresh wicket. I think expecting some seam and swing early.
So the news from the middle, it's Bangladesh. They've won the toss. They're going to bowl first.
Right, so let's have a look at the two teams. Tino, Sikandar Raza talking about not having to play the qualifiers, but they need this team to gel.
Seamless.
Right, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, the Bangladesh team, have a look at them. Maybe a couple of faces that haven't played T20 International.
Bowling unit in home conditions for Bangladesh.
And we take you up to our commentators in the comm box now.
And it's Bangladesh, fair bit of crowd in here. It's a weekend, it's a Friday.
A stifling, what would we call stifling heat at the moment. And our thoughts go out to all those that are impacted by it. There is our debutant today.
Yeah, it's going to be a mix of youth and experience as Joylord Gumbi is accompanied by Craig Irvin. Joylord Gumbi and the Zimbabwe domestic T20 league has made all the difference with the new ball in hand and done it with confidence. 42 wickets in 38 matches. And certainly capable of much better, oozing with a lot of talent.
That's been quite apparent over the last few years is the
Bit of movement, bit of swing, visible, that races away to the boundary.
his first runs in T20 international cricket, a boundary. Islam got a little bit of swing, fly leg is up in the circle, so it's just the traditional leg glance. But going back to your point about the emergence of these fast bowlers, and you can see it in the pitches that are being prepared now.
Good looking stroke. It's played it straight, focused on the placement, and has got enough legs to get the second boundary in this over.
Well, when this ball goes past the stumps at the non-striker's end, you think, well, they're going to have to scurry to get two. But the ball just keeps rolling and rolling. We said the outfield is going to be quick. It was so fast during the Bangladesh Premier League here in January, February, and there's been little to no rain.
Ranjan Madugale. Oh, got him! He's got the breakthrough. Cleaned up, Arvin. Here's the first one.
Now, some might have questioned the decision to open with a spinner. When you win the toss and you bowl first, you would think that it would be two seamers, but no. Bangladesh go with the off spinner, and he gets it to just straighten. Just ever so slightly, but it's enough to go past the outside edge of Irvin. And Zimbabwe have lost their first. It's the experienced Craig Irvin who goes without scoring. Zimbabwe 8 for 1.
Goes for the reverse in the air, but away from that fielder. Will get the first boundary of this over, of the last delivery. 2 done with, 13 for 1. Pitching it up, looking for some swing, but that was well played. Most importantly, found the gap of that square drive for 4.
He's been full. He was pretty full in his first over as well, Shariful Islam, but you can understand why. There is swing for him. Outfield's quick. Just the 2 men allowed out, so you just need to time it and let the outfield do the rest.
Short, in the air, away from that fielder, deep third, 1 bounce for 4.
Enough of the full stuff from Shariful Islam. This time he decides to whack it in halfway down. But this is clever batting from Bennett. Just stays inside it. He understands, yes, there's a deep third in place, but if he gets it square enough, he'll find himself another boundary. Shariful's under a little bit of pressure here. He's gone for 8 in his opening.
Goes the leg back a bit, but this is beautifully timed. Races away. Boundaries on the trot.
This is an area of the ground where opening batters score a lot of their boundaries early on. The new ball, it's quicker off the surface. The ball tends to go square of the wicket, but it's purposely played. The uppercut was...
Not afraid to pitch it away. Just fingertips away from that fielder at point. Did he manage to get a fingertip to it? Would be the question. Result nonetheless 4.
Rashad Hussain at backward point. I think he gets aerial a little bit too early here. He doesn't time his jump well enough. Just out of reach. Just out of reach, being a little bit harsh on the man at backward point.
Down the leg. Gone! Only to find Taskin Ahmed. A short fine leg. And he has the first laugh, does Saifuddin.
Well, you can give it the term that you want. Strangle, burgle, because it's not Saifuddin's finest delivery in international cricket, that's for sure. He's bowled better that have beaten outside edges. This one, he's a little bit fortunate. It's a good catch. Gumbi just flips at it and straight to the man, straight to Taskin at short fine leg. And Saifuddin is back on the board for Bangladesh. It's Gumbi, the man on debut, who goes for 17. Zimbabwe, 36 for 2.
The opportunity after 5 overs for Mahdi Hassan to come back. There will be tentative. Lot of yes and no's now. There's a chance of a run out here. I think the Bangladeshis think that they've got their man. And I think he's walking back. That was a terrible mix-up.
Well. After a very encouraging start, the wheels are coming off. Zimbabwe have lost another. He's gone straight away, Bennett. Wonderful bit of fielding. There was no single there. Sean Williams not interested. Brian Bennett cannot make his ground. Zimbabwe in trouble. He goes for 16, 36 for 3.
Look straight back. Oh, that's a risky one. They have appealed and they've got another one. Unbelievable happening here. This is Orama Chaudhary.
"36 for 1 becomes a 36 for 4. Sikandar Raza having a conversation with Sean Williams.
On-field decision is out. I've checked the fit placement and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with the front on, please. Yeah, appears to me that the ball has hit the gloves. Can I have ultra edge to confirm? Freeze the replay there. As I can see, the ball has hit the gloves and there is clear spike. Batter is out. Tanveer, stay with your out decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Signal now.
The captain goes without bothering the scorers. It's 36 for 4.
Got a great future ahead of him, but he finds himself in a very difficult position.
Zimbabwe in troubled waters now, giving them the dividends. He goes across. Now that's another risky shot. Does manage to get a bit of bat to that one. Going for the second run. A huge amount of risk in that shot. Ends the power play, 38 for 4. Oh, kept it on. Another one bites the dust. Taskin Ahmed, back of leg ball, trying to guide it, gets the inside part of the bat and crashes into the stumps.
I cannot believe my eyes. Shamim Chaudhary. They've lost another one. Sean Williams giving himself a bit of room, which is something he does to the seamers. Cramped for space, probably a bit of extra bounce as well. All that doesn't matter because it's another wicket for Bangladesh. Ricochets into the leg stump and Williams goes without troubling the scorers. 38 for 5.
Oh, with the ball, and gone! Straight to Rashad! What is going on here? Absolutely collapsing the Zimbabwean like a house of cards. This is incredible happenings here at the Zohra Machaudhry Stadium.
Bangladesh are on fire. It's another one. Ryan Burl lazily just coming onto the front foot. No real intent in that stroke. Taskin Ahmed gets another one. 38 for 6 now, Zimbabwe. Ryan Burl goes for none.
Yes, Saifuddin. Back of leg now. A lot of yes and no's. Be a deflection of the bat, I suspect, onto the pad and then going away. Living dangerously at the moment.
Yeah, that's a better length from Saifuddin, especially with the shape away from the right-handed Jongwe. That's the area that I was referring to when I was talking about Taskin Ahmed in the previous over. Early on, Jongwe struck.
Closer gets him to play the ball confidently enough, and that's what they need to do, Zimbabwe, to rebuild this innings. Just rotation of the strike is imperative.
Played enough to know what's expected in this instance.
And another one! Short, he tried to drag it from outside the off stump. David Ridoy, it hung in the air for a while. He's very disappointed. Wasn't really no reason to go for that shot, and he paid the price. But once again, Bangladesh really dictating terms here. Another one bites the dust.
Now this one's banged in. Jongwe hasn't got himself in the best position to play the pull shot. Got onto him a bit early. Hits the toe end of the bat, and Zimbabwe present Bangladesh with another simple wicket. Gone for 2, Jongwe. 41 for 7.
He's trying to just take the attack back, but in the process, not getting the timing right. Changing of his angle. Taskin Ahmed coming around and trying to make the ball come into the left-hander. T20I, they are in a spot of bother. That's nicely tucked away. Every run counts, and a couple of them here. That's quicker 1-2. And well stopped. Once past him, there could have been more runs.
Yeah, good commitment. One of the rare short deliveries.
Shariful Islam. It's neatly played, should bring a couple. The outfield's very quick. Oh, it's an understatement how fast this outfield is.
Yeah, that's the disappointing part, isn't it? When you see an outfield which is lightning quick, you realize the fact that there's value for the shots that you play. That's a good-looking shot. And look at that ball races away from the fielder. Afif, which is one of the quickest. And if you have a plan, if the first plan, the plan A doesn't work, then you got to fall back to plan B. So you got to have that.
Quick, lots of bounce, and taken. No, there's an appeal from Shariful Islam. It's given his leg by, so there's no real glove. It must be straight off the helmet, and that means there'll be a concussion protocol now, just to see if everything's okay out there.
The reaction from the umpire straight away calling to have a look at that is straight bang on the helmet.
Is this a boundary? Is this a much needed boundary? It is. It is. 4 to end the 12th. 64 for 7. Here's the boundary to end the last.
Yeah, he missed out earlier on, but didn't the last ball. Vacant areas towards the deep mid-wicket. The last in the played here. They didn't manage to pick up a win. Nicely struck, one bounce to the fence. All of a sudden, this partnership, the 8-wicket partnership, looking good. With that boundary, the partnership is worth 29 of 39. The best 8-wicket partnership also is against Bangladesh, came in from the same venue. 2019.
Oh, he goes across, muscles it, and finds the boundary. This is excellent work. took the bowler on early into his stride. That little movement forward and across, and he got a hold of that and put it away for a boundary.
Yeah, it's the shimmy that got him into a good position. You won't see it from this angle, but just went across to the offside. Made the line one that he could just pull and drag into that gap on the onside. Well played.
Excellent boundary, appreciated by short, up and over. It's a bit of luck, but fortune favors the brave. Threw his bat at it, it went over the keeper, and 4 more runs. It is turning out to be a good over for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, there's one of the boundaries that I'm talking about that Masakadza will get. It brings up the 50 partnership as well, and it's in good time, just 57 balls.
That's what the doctor ordered. Short, maybe not getting the meaty part of the bat, but enough of the upper edge to take it over. When you swing hard, and it pays dividends. Just like they're getting more strong, more powerful, and getting the runs in quick time. Another boundary.
He's picked his spot well, Madande. And I'll mention it again, he's very strong through that area, whether it's along the ground or over the infield.
What that first ball boundary has done, Rishad, I just feel might be sort of forced into trying to bowl the balls flatter, not trying to get... Yeah, reversing, getting an out for bat on it. And the ball is going to go to the boundary. This is exceptional work. The boundary brings up the 100 for Zimbabwe in the 18th over. Tremendous fight back here.
Yeah, Madande just starting to show what a good player he is. Appreciated by the players in the dugout. He's led in a partnership that really has just given some hope to the Zimbabwean side. 62 balls it's taken for the 60. What delicate execution.
Oh, oozing with confidence.
Bangladesh a little bit rattled.
Picks that up and plants it over the line. Take that. He really dismissed it from his presence. Magnificent here from Masakadza.
Rank short delivery from Rishad. He's got away with a couple today, but not this time. Wellington Masakadza anchoring himself nicely in the crease and making sure he hits up on the ball. 64 meters to clear.
For Zimbabwe. He gets a hold of that one and plants it in the crowd for the second 6. Sweet timing.
Good evening, Wellington Masakadza. Hit the first 6 in the innings in the previous over. This is the second. It's gone even further. 79 meters.
Concern for Bangladesh. 41 for... Goes across and he's upended it. Got the Yorker in the right areas and they've struck again. Taskin Ahmed with a superb Yorker has cropped it through the defenses, and at last Bangladesh have got the 8th wicket.
Marvelous delivery from Taskin Ahmed. Such an important delivery, the Yorker, and that's why a batsman who's well set, who's kept Zimbabwe alive and steering them to a decent enough total, is dismissed by that delivery. Very well played, young man. Clive Madande goes for 43.
And he does, and he gets the wicket to finish it all off. It's the Yorker. You expected that, and that is that wonderful celebration of Mohammad Saifuddin. Gets the stumps to get shattered, and Zimbabwe lose another one.
Oh, what another beautiful Yorker. Full straight through the Zimbabwean defenses once again. He's been outstanding this evening for a man coming back into the side after a while. Gets his 3rd wicket. Mohammad Saifuddin and Zimbabwe lose their 9th. Blessing Musarabani goes for 119 for 9.
Himself. Full toss. Just doesn't manage to get a hold of it. They're going for a couple of runs, which... Oh, it's a direct hit. Now, that might be worth looking at because they feel that they've got the man with the run out. Let's wait and see.
1 run should be accredited there because from up here that looked out. What a great throw that was. And short.
Yeah,
Well
is
short,
well
Wellington
short of
Masakadza.
his ground. I'm satisfied. My decision for the big screen is
Oh, tremendous work from the deep. It's rocket UT, and that is eventually the completion. Bangladesh have done well in coming back after that brilliant partnership which brought Zimbabwe back into the game. Gumbi started off pretty well, but the trouble started 43, who gave a lot of support to Wellington Masakadza in building up that resistance, which took the Zimbabwean score to 124.
Yeah, partnerships not many to speak of. 28 and 22 between Gumbi and Bennett.
The bowling has been very impressive. 2 for 16 for Mahdi Hassan, opened the bowling from 1, and 3 for Taskin Ahmed for 14 runs only. 3 also for Saifuddin, just for the 15 runs. Have a look at the highlights. They started off with the decision by Bangladesh to... Right, so the play's gone in. There's a change here for the other batters to come. 125 the target for Bangladesh when they come back for the chase.
Welcome back to the Zahur Ahmed Chaudhry Stadium here in Chattogram for this first T20 International in the Dutch Banglabank T20 International Series 2024 between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe.
Making sure that when they get an opportunity, someone like Shakib Al Hassan and Mustafizur Rahman, but they're not available. Discussion in the middle, in the huddle. Sikandar Raza, quite animated. Touch of disappointment, but still, they'll be quite pleased to see that they've managed to...
With his batting, had a break here and there with the international cricket. If Bangladesh are going to have a good World Cup, Muzarabane, both 6 foot plenty, good bowl with good pace and control.
The last time he played at this venue, Tanzid Hassan Tamim is smashed, and as you rightly pointed out, up against some quality bowling, because there is enough for the bowlers to pick up early wickets.
Played for the Sylhet Strikers, Richard Ngarava. Here he goes. He's got an impressive T20 career record. I don't say the international career record. His total T20 career record. He's played in a couple of leagues around the world. Was 3 for 2. It always intrigues me about how a side goes about this type of run chase. We say it shouldn't be a difficult one, but...
Just like that. Beautiful delivery. Came back sharp enough and knocks the middle stump out.
I first got a glimpse of blessing Muzarabani against Afghanistan in a test match, and he was very, very impressive then. And he remains an impressive prospect for Zimbabwe. An absolute beauty. A good length delivery, a little bit of movement. The perfect delivery up front accounts for a very fine player. Litton Das goes for 1. Bangladesh have lost an early one. They are 5 for 1. Here's an opportunity. Who wants it? Keeper calls for it. No, it's down, it's down. Keeper wanted it. Muzarabani got in the way.
What a let-off. Tanzid Hassan Tamim had given it away. He knew that he was in trouble. But in the end, they made a mess out of this one. They went miles in the sky. Keeper well in control. What is he doing? It was Muzarabani who was trying to take that catch of his own bowling. In the end, in and out. Unbelievable.
Oh, down again. Another one. Well, this picture could have been painted very, very differently. That's 2 down in this over. 4 gone, 12 for 1. Off the final delivery.
It's just a regulation catch. Straight in and then out, pops out. Then the confidence goes out of the system. That's a nice way to pick up his first boundary. Short one and pulled away.
All about the feet. short, but it's not that short from Bashundhara. And Tanzan needs to get into position quickly, which he does well. Right, does that release the shackles?
Ball crisp and pierced between the fielders through deep extra cover for 4 runs. As I wish a very good evening to Tino Moeo.
Very good evening. And aren't we greeted with a glorious extra cover drive? Have a look at this. Nice confident stroke. Leans into it. Lovely connection.
Oh, he's timed it beautifully. Wings deployed. Goes for a maximum.
Wow, this has come out the middle. The previous one did as well, but this one is on the up, and he hasn't tried to force it. It's not all that short, but he's used the length and the line very well.
Oh, wow. Tanzan Hassan is owning it. Second 6 in this over.
My goodness me. Wow. Zarabani just signaling to the fielder to move around, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to catch it if it's flying this far past the boundary rope. Look at that. Still at the point of contact. And into the night sky in Chattogram.
Exactly what he's capable of, entertaining them. Oh, nicely played. Fielding could have been better. Batters will come back for 2. So what they're doing right is they've got a good over in the previous over. Here, they've concentrated on rotating the strike.
There's other Premier bowler. Garava's bowled 2 already. He gone for 6. The other man who can do the...
Pulls it away, pulls it fine. Away from the fielder at short fine, but this is good recovery. From backward square leg, sliding and definitely saving a couple of runs.
Yeah, good work from the senior statesman, Sean Williams. Over the years, undoubtedly one of the quickest and the finer fielders in the Zimbabwean lineup.
Come on, boys, come on, boys.
You wouldn't have found him too often at backward square leg.
Short, pulled in the air, but away from that fielder at deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce for 4.
This is the risk that you run as the captain, Bashundhara, when you bring on Brian Bennett. A couple of short deliveries straight after the rain break. Bangladesh off to a quick start, brings up the 50. That boundary.
Hit straight, hit with some power, but not enough timing. Was thinking of the second. Rightly sent back by Shanto.
Yeah, firmly struck. Different balls.
Straight to the fielder. And the change in bowling has worked. You were spot on.
Now Sean Williams, the fielder, square on the onside, takes the catch. Captain Nazmul Hussain Shanto looking to go a lot straighter than this, I think. The bat just turning in the hand, face closing on connection. Sean Williams won't drop opportunities like that. Bangladesh lose their second. Captain goes for 21.
Comes down the wicket. Enough to push it away downtown for 4.
Now this is nicely done. He's come down the wicket, pace off the ball, but he's adjusted. He hasn't just gone through with the shot. He's waited a split second and it's come off the lower part of the bat. Still managed to get enough, nicely controlled.
Comes down the wicket yet again. Just up and away from the fielder at mid-off. Back-to-back boundaries for Tanzid.
Nice control. Again, just advancing down the wicket towards Jongwe. This one he's hit a lot better. Ryan Burl thought he may have had an opportunity at mid-off. Cleared him with quite a distance. Now.
Oh, that's tonked away right over the top. No one's going to stop that. Sweet timing and 4 runs.
Took him a little bit of time, Tanzid, just to get a feeling of what was happening out there, and the rain break certainly didn't help, but he's found his rhythm now. A couple of boundaries in the previous over. This is a lovely stroke.
You're right over the top. Caught forward, got the pitch of the ball. Chops that away nicely past the infield. Another 4 runs. The runs are flowing here. Looking rather ominous for Zimbabwe.
One away from a half-century here on T20 international debut for Tanzid. If these two are at the crease in the 15th over, this game will be over.
And he gets the run that takes him to his maiden T20 international 50. Very well played, young man. The future of Bangladesh cricket are on view.
Lovely.
Got the luxury now with Tawhid Ridhoi. As I mentioned, he's going to try and take advantage. There was just an opportunity maybe to get to that ball and catch it, but despite that desperate attempt, just did not work out. 11 overs done. It's 79 for 2. Looking very confident. Back live, smashes it over the top. 4 more runs.
Gotta love it. Got to love it. The foot is firmly down here. Tanzid wants this ended and ended quickly. He's played a number of these flat bat shots already this evening. He just stands and at the top of the bounce. It's almost like a forehand down the line.
Again shot now. This is up in the air. Keeper's calling for it. He should be getting to it. Oh, goodness gracious. They've dropped another one. Gumbi, 3rd time. Oh dear, oh dear.
This has gone high. This has gone very high, but all along it was the keeper's catch. This time, there's no one impeding him. It's all about him. Barely lays a glove on it.
That sound. Now, smashes that over the top. And races away. They have really shifted gears, the two Bangladeshi batters. At the end of 12 runs coming from the 12th. 91 for 2. Have a look. Last 3 balls, that's better. They should play to the merit of the ball. You don't have to hit them very hard. You just guide it delicately for 4 runs.
The stroke can be played because of the pace that Nglova bowls this at. Yep. Uses the pace beautifully.
It's got a deft touch in addition to intersperse that. And there you go. That cut has given him the confidence to slug it out of the ground and into the crowd.
Well, he's had a couple of goes at this shot, Tawhid Ridhoi. This time, he's absolutely nailed it. Right in his hitting zone. Shamim, I don't think you're going to get any nudging and nurdling from this fella. Whether he misses it, nicks it, inside edges it, he's going to keep trying to hit boundaries.
Oh yes, that's what's so refreshing about him. Form now. The bowler's under pressure. He plays it wide of the 2 fielders. Good effort. Maybe they're going to have a boundary check on that one. But again, commitment shown in the deep. They're going to have a look at that effort in the deep. Seen some good work in the deep earlier. Now, where's his right foot? Is it touching the... And it's been given as a boundary. So that...
Players. picked away, gone for 4. 2 men back on the leg side. Gets it right in between the both of them.
In amongst all the power and the inventiveness, Radoy still has authentic cricket strokes to his game in T20. He's a lovely player, sweet timer of the ball.
Outside edge gone, past a diving Gumbi, and 4 more runs.
This is a little fortunate, but you can expect that in this time of the game. The match is virtually gone from Zimbabwe, and Radoy is just going to keep swinging away here. Too fine for third to make an impact, too wide for the keeper to hang on to. That'll be it. A boundary to finish the match. And coming off the bat of Tanzid, on debut, he ends unbeaten on 67. A wonderful innings, a comprehensive victory for the hosts.
Yeah, they had their hearts and their mouths for a little while at the beginning of this batting chase. But in the end, their quality showing. Tanzid, outstanding. 47 balls, 67. Batted throughout the innings and controlled it. Support right at the end from Tauhid, his 33 in just 18 balls. Ngarawa, outstanding once again for Zimbabwe with ball in hand. Nothing in the wickets column, just 24 on the 4 overs that he bowled. Madande was the one who put together a partnership with Masakadza, 75. That gave Zimbabwe a fighting chance.
A dream debut, a half century on debut, and the winning runs. Tanzid Hassan Tamim. He has certainly thrown his name in the hat this evening to get on the aircraft to the United States to represent Bangladesh at the T20 World Cup. A victory for Bangladesh by 8 wickets. Zimbabwe will return bigger and better.
Close off this first T20 international in Chattogram. Here in Chattogram, and that's the story of the day. Zimbabwe put into bat first, in trouble at one stage, 41 for 7. And it was chiefly because of Taskin and Saifuddin. 43 from Madande is what kept them alive. But in the chase, Tanzid and Tauhid, 67 and 33 respectively, getting Bangladesh over the line by 8 wickets.
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Download T-Sports app to enjoy exciting games and highlights. Visit tsports.com.